G'day, I'm Tyler Lovell from the Perth Thundersticks. Today I'm going to teach you one essential skill that's going to help you with your goalkeeping. It's going to keep you in the game longer and it's going to help with clearing the ball. Like all positions on the hockey field, you need to have an elite level of basic skills. Goalkeeping is no different. So today I'm going to teach you one exercise where you can control the ball at elite level, okay? All you need is a partner and a ball. You don't even need to be padded up. So when you go to kick the ball, you want to have your knee over the ball and your head over the ball, okay? So if Alicia just rolls near the ball, see that? Everything's over the ball. And you can just do that really simple. This is going to give you the best opportunity to save the ball and control the ball wherever you want it to go. Yep. And that's the skill. As you can see, it's very simple. Good luck. And don't forget to give yourself the best chance of success. Choose fruit and water, fuel to go and play.
Very good evening from the Perth Hockey Stadium at Curtin University. We've got a midweek match this week and it is Wesley South Perth taking on Whitford Hockey Club. Wesley, or Wasps as they're known, currently sitting 7th on the league ladder at the moment, while Whitford are sitting in 11th place and they are looking to try and just climb a little bit higher up the table if they possibly can. They're level on 1 point at the bottom of the table with Curtin University, while Old Guildford Mundaring are on 6 points, sitting in 10th spot. So there's plenty to play for the Whitford Hockey Club today. Wasps will be looking to try and get some run, well, a win, I suppose, so that they can get a run and keep their finals hopes alive. It's going to be a tough task for them at the moment, but they can still get there mathematically if they put a run together. Well, we turn our attention now to the team lineups, and first of all, looking at the Wasps lineup and the players to look out for. They got some of their young guns in the side tonight, and they're trying to come through and obviously be the next generation. Charlie McIntyre makes his 3rd start, of course, the son of Murray McIntyre, who's played over 550 games for Wasps. Also coming through is Max Bainham and Jack Cudby, players with plenty of promise, and they'll be looking to try and really set up and play well today. But they're going to need the captain, Brynda Bez, to marshal the midfield along with Daniel Rainey, and they'll be hoping that they can keep the goals away and starve Whitford of scoring, because Wasps have not managed too many clean sheets this year. Turning our attention to Whitford, and well, their captain is going to be a crucial player for them, Todd Malloy. He's been around for a while, over 10 years with the club, but is such a key component. Also, defensively, Dale Midolo is rock solid. Ben Di Sabato in goal was the Hockey WA Goalkeeper of the Year in 2020, so he'll need to be on his game today. Denver Farmer, wearing number 27, is one of their exciting young players, returned to the club when they were promoted to the Premier League, and he is lively in midfield. He just needs a little bit of support around him so that they can hold up the ball in midfield, find the forwards and not lose it, and then be on the defence again. Well, Wasps are coached by Ian Bircher. Ian Bircher, former Vic Park player, and he is in his first season coaching Wasps this time around, while Phil Marshall is the coach of Whitford. He took over in 2017 and won promotion to the All Flags Premier League with Whitford, and of course was with Fremantle prior to that. So he's been loyal to the club, he's stuck with them, and he's obviously hoping that he can keep them up this season and also get them to then consolidate their position in the All Flags Men's Premier League in coming seasons. Well, it is going to be a test for Whitford tonight. Wasps, though, as I mentioned, rebuilding, and they will be looking to try and put something together tonight just to build the momentum and maybe put pressure on the teams above them on the league ladder. At the moment, Melville sit top of the ladder with 36 points. UWA are second with 31. Then there's Reds, who've played one game less, on 30. Then we have Vic Park on 29, Wolves on 25, also YMCC on 25, and then Wasps on 20. So you can see how they've got a little bit of ground to make up, and the top 5 make the finals. So Wolves and YMCC will be the teams that Wasps will be looking to try and catch up with if they can, and just sneak into that 5th spot and maybe possibly 4th, but 4th may well be a little bit of a bridge too far. Just like to acknowledge our sponsors. Healthway, a proud supporter of Hockey WA. Be your best on and off the field. Choose healthy options for fuel to go and play. And of course, All Flags and Banners, the naming rights partner for the All Flags Men's and Women's Premier League in 2021. They're a family-owned business with over 30 years of innovative signage solutions. For more information, if you're looking for flags or signs or banners, go to allflags.com.au. And if you want to keep abreast on all the news in the All Flags Premier League, you can head to hockeywa.org.au. Our umpires for the match tonight, they are Jordan Moore and Logan Powell. And we hope that they have a very good night, and we don't have any contentious decisions for them to have to blow on. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing this evening's entertainment with you. We've had a little bit of rain earlier. We've been told that it shouldn't be any more tonight. There might be a few light showers, but nothing to compare with the rain we had at the weekend, where the Curtin Hale match was postponed before they even managed to push the ball back. It was bucketing down, and I can tell those of you that tuned in for that and left us that the pitch drained remarkably quickly, but still probably about 15-20 minutes after the players had disappeared, there was still pools of water on the pitch, which would have made it very difficult for the game to get underway on time, and certainly in an abbreviated format. The players just lining up down below us. Nice photo opportunity. And a few people happy to give a smile, some giving that deathly stare as if they're getting into a boxing ring and going to go head-to-head with their opposition. No Kookaburra's players playing today. Tim Howard is the Wasps high-performance player. And they also have Matthew Swan. Matthew Swan back in Queensland because his wife, Russ, is about to give birth. So he's gone back to be with his family. For Whitford, Kurt Lovett and Nathan Ephraim's are their 2 Kookaburra players, but not available tonight. So it will be Wasps to get us underway in the gold and green. And Daniel Rainey plays it back. Good early touch for Kale Walsh, and it's good to see him back out there. The last time we were filming, he went down, and it looked like it was going to be a serious knee injury, but luckily it wasn't. Whitford keep that out of the circle. They try and play their way out of defence. Good movement of the ball so far, and just too much skill, unfortunately, there, just taking it over the side. Lively stick work from Lyndon Ross. Ross back with the ball now. Brynda Bez. Whitford closing him down. Was that off the foot? Yes, it was. Play on, though. Deflected towards Potter. Now broken for Rainey. Rainey trying to play it into the circle, but two Whitford defenders in the way. Comes across the back line now, Joe Robinson. Missed last season, took a bit of a break, and has been a good addition for Wasps this time around. Wasps been involved with the club for a while now, Joe Robinson. Comes wide, Brandon Gibbs on the stretch, couldn't get there. So it will be Whitford ball from the side. Big Marmion goes back into the defensive line. Wasps just sitting back. Daniel Rainey playing much higher up the pitch than we're used to, usually in the midfield, but looks like he's playing in a forward role tonight. Kyle Walsh again intercepting, finding Potter. Kyle Potter just lifting that one too high. His shoulders drop as the whistle blows. Disappointed that the decision, in the umpire's opinion, going against him. The Wasps will be very careful not to concede penalty corners. That's been their Achilles heel so far this season. Incredibly, they didn't concede a field goal until the 4th round. And when you consider they lost the first game 4-1, second game they won 2-5 against Whitford and drew 2-2 with Reds. There were goals galore in those games, but most of them conceded by Wasps were from penalty corners. In fact, all of those were. They're just being told to, I thought he was being told to go back, but Joe Robinson, down the side he goes. Lewis Barrett now looking to cut infield. He's got past one defender, plays it across the circle. It's going to break at the top of the circle this time for Bryn de Bez. He gets another free hit for his side. De Bez throws it in the air out wide. Brought down though by the defender. And Whitford looking for numbers going forward. There weren't too many there, so coming across is Matthew Christie. He too in turn will leave it. And Sam Bodenstaff carries it forward. Just took his eye off it for a split second. That's a great pass, great turn, top of the circle, forced wide. Brilliant defence in the end from Jack Cudby, but a really good bit of play. I think it was Angus Blight inside or on the top of the circle, turning brilliantly. And Wasps will now be aware that Whitford are going to test them tonight. No foregone conclusions. Joe Robinson again cleaning up at the back. Collected again by Whitford, carried forward by Malloy. Malloy dispossessed, top of the circle. The two captains going head to head there. It's going to break inside the circle. Ross trying to turn. Ross has come away with it. Good play once again. Now it's Brandon Gibbs. It's Charlie McIntyre with the good defensive play. Through the middle it goes now. Miles Cale bursting forward. Coming across on the blind side with the tackle was Matthew Christie. Broke up that attack from Wasps. It's been a lively start by both teams, and we haven't gone 5 minutes just yet, just 4.5 gone on the clock. Free hit now to Whitford. Lyndon Ross tries to weave his way into the circle. His brother was part of this team, but I believe is headed over to the slopes of New Zealand, where he's going to have a change for a while and do a bit of snowboarding. Austin Pugh losing out, carried forward by Potter. Potter to Lachlan Sampson rather. Stolen away from him and carried forward by Ryan Christie. 3 Christies playing for Whitford. Duncan and Matthew are twins, and Ryan is a single sibling. Played over the side that time by Austin Pugh. Rainey looking to get on with things quickly. Got past Austin Pugh, showed a little bit too much of the ball, but it's going to break for Bainham. Bainham going back to Robinson. Walsh and Joe Robinson having a little game of their own. Sampson again into the circle, finds Rainey. Rainey looking to just push that one to the baseline to Jamie Walsh, but didn't manage to find him. Jamie Walsh currently the top scorer for Wasps this season with 10 goals to his name. Still a fair way off James Day and Melville, who's got 27 penalty corners to his name. Next highest scorer is Aaron Kleinschmidt, former Kookaburra, with 13 for Reds. Thrown to the air, should come down for Ryan Christie. That's again a really well-timed tackle, but it's gone over the side. Matheson G did well though to break up the attack. And that was back of the stick that time from Lyndon Ross. So we're approaching the halfway stage of the first quarter. Neither team yet to have a shot in anger. Both have managed to get a few circle entries, but no shots away as yet. Robinson now over halfway, about to be closed down. Decides to carry it forward, was looking for the run infield from Gibbs, but Gibbs just couldn't bring it under control. So when these two meet, they've only met in the last 2 seasons because obviously Whitford were promoted in 2020 and we had an abbreviated season last year due to COVID, but averaging 6 goals a match, so should be a few in today's game. So long corner now to Whitford. Just given away. Paul Robertson. And now Kyle Potter with a little bit of space to accelerate, tries to play the tricky pass through the defender. Real good effort coming back from Lewis Barrett, gets the free hit as well after a foul from Andrew Carlisle. Wasps again, building from the back. Finding Rainey. Rainey trying to turn 2 defenders on him, loses out. And over the side it goes from Denver Farmer. So Robinson to Gibbs. You can hear Phil Marshall shouting instructions to Whitford to keep their shape. Good turn from Barrett. Into the circle it goes, appeals for a penalty corner, not given, and now it is given. So the first penalty corner of the match going the way of Wasps. Can they convert? Now just to give you an idea, so far this season Wasps have scored 41 goals. 10 of those have come from penalty corners. Duncan Pearce, who is normally one of their drag flickers, is down in the dugout today on crutches. Had an operation on his hamstring last week, and we wish him a speedy recovery. He's not going to take any further part this season. So top of the circle. It's Potter, takes a touch, plays it straight into the first runner, and a great save from Di Sabato, but followed up, and the goal is going to be given. And I'm pretty sure that was Bryn de Bez who pushed that one in. And it is indeed the captain who's going to claim the first goal of the game. So Di Sabato with the initial save, but de Bez was on hand just to fire that one to his right-hand side. Wasps on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard now, leading Whitford by 1-0 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Unfortunately for Whitford, no clean sheets this year so far, and none again today. DeBess, again, it's a good pass trying to find a Jamie Walsh, but really important touch inside the circle from Carlisle. Potter again, looking to take the long corner, goes back. A missed trap from Cudby. Robinson helps it down the line. Walsh, good skills from him. Almost winding the clock back to his dad. And that was just wide that time by Lachlan Sampson. There's Terry Walsh, a famous forward for Australia. Jamie, the son of Terry, as is Cale. So Whitford carrying over halfway again. Free hit one. Christie plays it forward. Strong on the ball from Stevenson. Stevenson still keeping possession for Whitford. 4 players ahead of him. Deflected towards goal. Richardson kicks it out over the side. Matthew Stevenson, just 21 years of age for Whitford. She won an engineering scholarship at the University of Western Australia. Kyle Potter looking to spin away and launch another attack for Wasps. Instead it goes to the air, looking for Rainey. Rainey brings it down, looks to cut infield. Good play by Rainey. Daniel Rainey now, can he get the shot away? He can. It's a penalty corner though, off the foot in front of the goalkeeper. So another penalty corner to Wasps. Can they stretch their lead? Should just mention, Kyle Potter was watching the game between Wasps and Melville, at Melville, and poor Kyle Potter's mum, she was torn between the 2 sons playing for either side. Certainly, sons don't make it easy for their mums. So Jamie Walsh waits at the second battery. Kyle Potter at the first. They go to Walsh. Walsh flicks, and it's a good save. Long corner. Di Sabato getting his hand up well and making sure that didn't go in the top corner. Rainey now looking for options, but the defence getting back quickly for Whitford. And jumping out, that was good defence as well from Luke Marmion. Gibbs now, just didn't get that one under control. So again, a chance for Whitford to just ease the pressure. Staff though, got that one horribly wrong, and it almost landed in our commentary position. So just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Gibbs again, mistrap from him, almost stolen away by Ryan Christie. Recovered by Brynda Bez. Robinson and Cale Walsh again combining at the back and looking for an outlet on the right-hand side. Sliding across, playing that over the side. Whitford making sure that the ball didn't find its final destination. Coming forward now is Max Bainham. Bainham are still on the ball, plays it straight through the middle. Di Sabato just jumping out the way. Of course, must be a touch inside the circle for those of you new to the game for it to be a goal. That's why he was quite happy to let that one run. Matthew Christie goes back to Midolo. And carried forward again by Whitford. Chased all the way by Rainey. An interesting tussle. Rainey complaining, feeling he should have the free hit, but it's gone the way of Whitford. Midolo fires it straight down the middle. Touch from DeBez, but cleaned up by Sampson. DeBez going forward, good tackle again, Denver Farmer, but it's not a fair one according to the umpires. I thought he just got that one. Robinson now drills it into the circle. It's broken kindly for Wasps, and a shot on the turn, and it's just gone around the outside of the net. Lachlan Sampson on the reverse stick. Di Sabato, good save. And we had 2 balls on the pitch, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. It's been lively, and we've seen both teams on the attack. It's been a fairly open encounter, but at the end of the first 15 minutes on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard, it is Wasps 1, Whitford 0. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. The second quarter of this match between Wasps and Whitford about to get underway. Match 85 in the All Flags Premier League season for 2021. Coming into this game, we had 405 goals in the season, an average of 5 per match. And I can tell you that goal scored by Bryn DeBez was the 147th penalty corner of the season. Wasps would, I'm sure, like another goal. Of course, Whitford would like one as well to get back on level terms as quickly as possible. So the hooter goes, just waiting for the whistle now. And Daniel Rainey again gets the second quarter underway. Potter turns on halfway. Just a wall of blue and white shirts ahead of him, so he had to go back again. Now Kale Walsh being closed down quickly. Real determination from Stevenson. Stevenson is one of those who just never stops running. And Rainey, it was cheeky. He didn't get away with it. Bodenstaff stealing it. Wasps have it back. Down the line that time by Cudby. Cudby, a Wesley boy who won the Private Schools Association competition in 2020. Player that Wasps have a lot of hopes on. Bodenstaff misdirecting that path, unfortunately. Marmion a little bit too far forward to be able to get back and get that one. So Rainey now, south passes, looks to take on Marmion. Marmion doesn't get the decision. Rainey continues into the circle. Whitford, though, clean up at the back, but it's back with Wasps again. Bryn DeBez really leading from the front. I must admit, I think the captaincy this year has really added something to his game. Gibbs now drills it in, deflected, and it's a long corner being given. Hard to see who that came off because there was quite a cluster of players in front of Ben Di Sabato's goal. Robinson again, goes to Cudby. Ross working hard, but DeBez, quick release to find Kale Walsh, and again, Stevenson is just like an annoying mosquito around Kale Walsh at the moment. Here he comes again, buzzing towards Kale Walsh. Walsh gets the pass away. Cleaned up at the back though, looking to try and dribble that out of defence is Marmion. Loses out to Rainey, now it's Jamie Walsh along the baseline, and he split, well, 3 players. Rainey coming in, also inside the circle was Paul Robertson. Paul Robertson has been amongst the goals a little bit of late for Wasps, so sure he'd like to continue that run. 6 for the season so far. Madolo, whose sister actually plays for Wasps women's team. Here is DeBess. DeBess accelerating past Madolo. Looks to square it just past the post. Well, he went for the shot himself, and Rainey wasn't going to slide in. I think as soon as he saw DeBess going for that far post, he was hoping it was going to just slide inside the post. So DeBess really looking up for it today. Matheson G goes wide again. Robinson had to stretch to get that on the end of his stick. Barrett, beautiful little help down the line to Miles Cale. Miles Cale though couldn't get the better initially of Denver Farmer. Free hit though now just outside the D. Matheson G. Robinson down the line, great lead again from Potter. Plays it to the top of the circle, just too far ahead of Miles Cale. Miles Cale, who hails from Woburn, 272 kilometres northeast of Perth. And I believe the name is the Aboriginal source for water nearby. That's how it got its name. So Whitford just need to hang on to the ball if they can. Potter again, busy in the midfield. Ross rather, just getting a touch, taking it away, breaking up the attack. And that's a good steal in the midfield. Also came off the foot, bursting forward. Nobody helping out Denver Farmer there. Now he leaves it behind, and the support comes from Matthew Christie. But Christie dispossessed by G. One back by Whitford's momentarily. And now it's Brandon Gibbs. Gibbs, that's a very, very good pass. Charlie McIntyre. Well, it's a free hit for a foul on McIntyre. Lewis Barrett. McIntyre just dispossessed there. Charlie McIntyre, of course, made his debut here last year in his dad's 550th Premier Grade game. And everyone was expecting to see Murray add to his goal tally. He was looking for his 400th Premier League goal. But it was Charlie McIntyre who stole the headline, scoring 2, and Dad got none. But apparently he's been having a very good season in the twos this year, and has earned his place in the first team for the second game in succession. 6 minutes gone now in the second quarter. Farmer played that one early, managed to find Stevenson. Stevenson, not a lot of options, tries to go himself and just poked over the side that time by Cudby. Stevenson leaves it this time for Ryan Christie. It's a great pass along the 23-metre line. Coming out quickly though is Robinson to close down any danger from Farmer. Rainey now. Short pass from him is a good one to pick out Bainham. Bainham accelerating over the 23-metre line. He's going away from goal though, goes back into Rainey now. Rainey on the reverse, just got underneath that one, and it was the back of the stick. That was the way it bobbled. Never got the connection he was hoping for. So many players like to go on the reverse stick these days, but you've got to get low to play that properly. And when you're tired, it's not quite as easy. Madolo goes wide to Bodenstaff. Madolo again. Dolo, he's been, well, groans that time coming from Paul Robertson, but I think it was definitely off his shins. And as he runs back to take up a defensive position, big smile on his face, I think well aware it came off his shins. Stolen away from Ryan Christie. Jamie Walsh on the ball now for Wasps on halfway. Short pass finds Lachlan Sampson. Sampson feeds it to Robertson. DeBez again, looking to turn into the circle. Dispossessed and carried forward again. Good strong running from Denver Farmer. Loses out though on halfway, and Farmer has some great runs. He just needs some support around him when he makes those runs. Rainey, good skills, just sees him pull away from Duncan Christie. And Whitford now with another chance to attack. Stevenson, again he's in the same position as Farmer, but he's beaten 3. That was good from Stevenson, and then he found the foot. So very clever play by Matthew Stevenson. Liam Enright over the ball now. Liam Enright, who I'm sure he's glad he changed jobs this year because he used to work for AstraZeneca. Of course, they've had a bit of bad publicity in the media of late, probably a lot of it unwarranted. So Modolo now with the 16. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Wasps still leading on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard by 1-0. We saw Whitford make Reds work really hard. Or was it Victoria Park? I think it was Victoria Park earlier in the season. Stolen now by Jamie Walsh. Good pass forward. Is he going to keep it in play? No, just running away from Robertson that time. And Whitford fans can breathe a sigh of relief. I would think if they can get into half-time with a scoreline of 1-0, Phil Marshall would be very happy and feel that they've still got a chance to get something out of this match. Carlisle goes back to Modolo. Sampson comes forward, applying pressure. Pass into the midfield is a good one. Good work from Christie. Matthew Christie this time. Feeds it to Lyndon Ross. And a foot found. And it is a penalty corner. And you probably heard the Whitford supporters below us very happy about that. And this is danger time. I'm sure Phil Marshall would have done his homework and know that Wasps have been very vulnerable from penalty corners. They've conceded 34 goals this season, 19 of which have been from penalty corners. And they'd forgotten to take out their safety gear. So we're just seeing that being delivered behind the goal. So a real test now and a real opportunity for Whitford to get on the score sheet and get back on level terms. Bodenstaff waiting at the top of the circle, and alongside him you have Todd Malloy. Bodenstaff at the first battery, Malloy at the second. Bodenstaff has scored 2 penalty corners so far this season. Wasps defence are ready, the whistle goes. It's a good trap. Bodenstaff flicks. It's gone past the upright. Richardson was moving across, but it whistled past the right-hand upright. So a chance goes begging for Whitford, but they'll be encouraged, having won that penalty corner. Pressure applied again. Well by Stevenson. Lewis Barrett gets a free hit for Wasps. Gives to Walsh. And Blight conceding the free hit that time. Angus Blight, who came through St Stephen's College in Carramar, in the northern suburbs of Perth. And Barrett, great run by him, looking for a foot, not given. Long corner is the call from the umpire. Comes wide again to Robinson. Goes back to Cale Walsh. Will he put it straight through the middle? No, he won't. Gibbs now has to evade the challenge from Ross. Good work again from Miles Cale, but he caught stick before he caught the ball. So free hit, and Modolo happy to go back into the defensive line. Comes wide now to Marmion, just coming on after having a break on the side. Ryan Christie goes back to Bodenstaff. Marmion now, a little bit of space for him to advance. Cut out well by Charlie McIntyre. McIntyre looking to take on Marmion. He's got past him, Bodenstaff ahead of him. McIntyre, well, brought down. Stick going flying. Both players' sticks. It'll be a free hit to Wasps. Some umpires may have given that as a penalty corner, but probably fair decision. And that one coming off Rainey's foot. 2.5 minutes until the half-time break. And that pass up the line, just going over the line. Halfway between the 23-metre line and halfway for Wasps. Cale Walsh again. Time to pick out his man, and Cudby just got the ball a little bit stuck under his feet, but did well to keep control and keep possession for Wasps. McIntyre. Cudby calling for the ball. Good to hear. Gibbs now. And coming across and playing it over the side, Angus Blight. Good tackle, top of the circle, Bodenstaff, though dispossessed by Potter. Potter trying to find a way into the circle, gets a free hit. Well, is this where Wasps managed to stretch their lead? Rainey. Blind pass again, sees Modolo claim possession, and now it's Austin Pugh, forced wide by Brandon Gibbs. Got the pass back, kept possession, and down the line it goes. Austin Pugh chasing, but Gibbs will get there first. Gibbs keeps possession, but then turning, just lost it. And it's gone over the baseline for a long corner, out wide on the right-hand side. Just over a minute left in the first half. Can Whitford get an equaliser before the half-time break? They're in a good position. Just need to be patient. Good run coming from Marmion down the left-hand side. Nothing doing as Jamie Walsh tracked back and covered that run. Bursting forward now is Sam Bodenstaff, trying to spark something from his team. And kept in play, but at full stretch, and then fired down the side. So Modolo, he's been told 30 seconds left. Comes wide now. Marmion's got a bit of space to advance. Gets to the 23 metres, fires it in. Deflected away well by Joe Robinson. And Robinson had to do that because Stevenson was lurking behind him. Marmion again wants to get the ball into the circle quickly. Now it's Modolo closed down. That was good work by DeBess. And that will be the final play of the first half as the siren is about to sound, and there it is. So no goals in the second quarter. So as we head into half-time, it is still Bryn DeBez's goal that is the difference between the two teams. A penalty corner in the 10th minute means that Wasps are leading on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard with a scoreline that reads Wasps 1, Whitford 0.
Hi, I'm Alicia Power and I'm a goalkeeper for the Perth Under 6, and I'm here to show you how to save the ball with your hands. Saving the ball well is really important as a goalkeeper. It's really important when we're saving the ball with our hand that our hands are out in front. When we save the ball in front of us, our knees and our feet are below our hands as well. It's really important to use your whole body when you're saving the ball and making sure you meet the ball out in front of you. To give yourself the best chance of success on and off the field, choose fruit and water to fuel to go and play.
G'day, I'm Tyler Lovell from the Perth Thunder Six. Today I'm going to teach you one essential skill that's going to help you with your goalkeeping. It's going to keep you in the game longer and it's going to help with clearing the ball. Like all positions on the hockey field, you need to have an elite level of basic skills. Goalkeeping is no different. So today I'm going to teach you one exercise where you can control the ball at elite level, okay? All you need is a partner and a ball. You don't even need to be padded up. So when you go to kick the ball, you want to have your knee over the ball, then your head over the ball. Okay, so if Alicia just rolls near the ball, see that? Everything's over the ball. And you can just do that really simple. This is going to give you the best opportunity to save the ball and control the ball wherever you want it to go. Yep. And that's the skill. As you can see, it's very simple. Good luck. And don't forget to give yourself the best chance of success. Choose fruit and water, fuel to go and play.
Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. Half time here, and you can see Wasps over to our left-hand side with Ian Bircher, their coach, giving them instructions as to how they can probably kill this game off. Although I don't think Whitford are going to be killed off that easily at the moment. They've really battled hard and made it difficult for their opponents. Whitford on screen now, listening to their coach, Phil Marshall. Plenty of experience in his head. Over 100 games in the Australian Hockey League for Tasmania and part of the Tasmanian Institute of Sport. And you can see, just joining in with the talk there, is Todd Malloy, their captain. Again, he's been with the side for a long time now. He also won gold in the over 35s National Masters competition in 2019, Todd Malloy. So he has experience of winning things. But the big question is, can Whitford find a goal from somewhere? They've had one penalty corner, didn't manage to convert that, and they're going to be under pressure defensively again. But if they can find a goal, it will change the complexion of this game dramatically. And as the players start to make their way out to the pitch, I'd like to acknowledge again All Flags and Banners, our naming rights partner for the All Flags Men's and Women's Premier League in 2021 and for the next few years. A family-owned business, over 30 years of experience in signage solutions. For more information, you can go to their website, allflags.com.au. And of course, Healthway, a government department that is a proud sponsor of Hockey WA. Be your best on and off the field. Choose healthy options for fuel to go and play. And the players now taking up their positions. Half an hour to go. Are we going to see Whitford record their first win of the season, or maybe pick up their second point of the season? And it is Lyndon Ross who gets us underway. Down Midolo. Todd Malloy. And a real determination again. Played forward. Stevenson was the target. Brandon Gibbs, though, doing really well. Talk about players winning things. Brandon Gibbs won the Rick Charlesworth Classic. He was the only Wasps players playing for the Suns when they were victorious for the second time around. Came off DeBez's head. Cut beat back to Cale Walsh. Robinson again, short pass from him, finds Potter. I'm sure Ian Birchett would have been telling the Wasps players just to be patient. Robinson carries forward, Gibbs drops back into his position, Rainey on the ball. Comes to DeBez, goes back to Gibbs as Ross looked to close down. Now Cale Walsh had to get a second touch just to get it under control. Goes wide now to Robertson. Robertson, into the circle it goes, not brought under control, and there is the second goal. Rainey punishing Whitford for the mistrap inside the circle, and he just stepped and banged it past Di Sabato, and it is now on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard. Wasps 2, Whitford 0. Just 2 minutes into the second half, and Wasps now have that cushion. Played into the foot, so it'll be another free hit. And points very important for Wasps. They've had rather too many draws this season. Played 14, won 5, drawn 5, and lost 4. Defensively, they've been fairly miserly. If they could have just stopped the run of penalty corners scored against them, their defence would have been very strong. Great chance now for Barrett. It's gone it wide of the post. He just snatched at that a little bit, Lewis Barrett. Lewis Barrett, though, who was captain of 2019 Western Australian under-18s when they won silver medal in Hobart. He's had a good run in the first team this year, and he looks to be thriving on it. Comes from the town of Katanning in the southwest, which is famous for the Matildas goalkeeper, Lydia Williams. Hails from that town, and she's heading off to the Olympic Games. So just sitting off again. Whitford, it'll be a free hit to Potter just on halfway. Comes across field to Walsh, who has time to play it down the line to G. And G just hitting his own leg. So Whitford, how can they respond now as the rain starts to fall once again here? We were expecting a shower. Denver Farmer. Oh, just slipping, unfortunately, for Whitford. Looks to the umpire more as a plea than anything else. McIntyre, it was a good run from him into the space. DeBez kept running into the circle, well blocked. Ball never finding DeBez. Ross steals it for Whitford in the midfield. Gets them a free hit. Denver Farmer looking to get on with things quickly. Denver Farmer was with Victoria Park. He too was part of that under-21s team that won bronze for Western Australia in 2019. Looking to press was Stevenson, but it was Stevenson's foot that found the ball. Sampson trying to turn, and there's 2 players to beat. He's beaten them once, and he's now got the free hit. Penalised was Farmer. Walsh again, a little bit of space. Goes back to Robinson. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Wasps having gained another goal, so now have a 2-goal cushion. Matheson G. Good improvisation there to help it down the line. It came off the foot there of Matthew Christie, so free hit Wasps. Fired into the circle, or blocked by Bodenstaff. Missed trap there from Ryan Christie, but he got it back under control well. Ryan Christie, who was the most promising junior at Whitford in 2015. Obviously now trying to fulfill those expectations in the senior team. Bodenstaff. Bodenstaff again. He's had over 20 years with the club, and that is real loyalty. Rainey. Bodenstaff taking the legs and the ball of Rainey. Max Bainham now. Should be cleaned up at the back by Medola, and it is. I must admit, I'm not sure how calm the Medolo parents are, but both Kerry's Medola and her brother Dale are very calm under pressure. Almost like they have ice in their veins. Farmer now goes infield, picks out Angus Blight. It's going to keep running, but Lyndon Ross will get there. Good chance now for Whitford. Lyndon Ross going around the back, found the foot. Plays on quickly. That's not 5 metres. Took the shortcut into the circle and has given away the free hit. Thrown to the air by Potter, but that's too far. Wasn't a bad idea. Barrett was looking to get the jump on down Medolo and get ahead of him, but just carried too far in the air. Medolo again. Medolo. In fact, now that was Farmer. Challenge coming across from Joe Robinson. Thrown to the air, Potter misses it. Stevenson gets the free hit, edge of the circle. Andrew Carlisle over the ball for Whitford. Has to go the 5 metres. Squares it, but it's cut out and stolen by Wasps. Now Rainey looking to accelerate away. Trying not to foul was Carlisle coming back. Medolo stops the pass going through. Well, everyone's appealing, I think, for a foot. Certainly Robertson was convinced that that had caught the foot. Logan Powell didn't feel that was the case, and he's the man that matters. Rainey now, a bit of space inside the circle, looks to play it forward across the circle, and trying to deflect that in front of goal was Potter. Just needed to be on the deck. There's a tricky ball bouncing from Robertson, making it difficult. Bodenstaff. There's Matthew Christie ahead of him. He now finds him. Christie cutting infield. Just slips the ball back, and that was again just too far ahead of Ryan Christie. Todd Malloy, it was a good idea. He just got too much speed on the pass. He just weighted that a little bit softer. It might have been the perfect pass for Ryan Christie. Brandon Gibbs helps it down the line first time. Jamie Walsh in space. Top of the circle to Miles Cale. Cale looking to try and find Walsh again, but it's DeBez on the turn and wide of the post again, much to the relief of Di Sabato. We're into the final 5 minutes of the third quarter. Madolo put under pressure by Lachlan Sampson. Madolo wasn't put under pressure, it was the ball back to Madolo. Pressure was put on a little bit further forward. It was Enright who played it back. But now it's a good position again for Whitford. Malloy, their captain, over the ball. Self passes, goes towards the baseline. Another free hit awarded to Whitford. Can they get a goal before the final break? Malloy looking for some help. Bodenstaff makes a good run, but he misses it. It's going to come through to Madolo. Madolo evades the challenge of McIntyre. Into the circle, it's going to break kindly. No, it just ran away from Austin Pugh. Austin Pugh plays it back in, top of the circle. And a penalty corner given against Wasps. And Whitford do have a chance to get a goal before the final break. Second penalty corner of the match. And it was good patient build-up by them. So making his way to the baseline is Todd Malloy. Bodenstaff at the first battery. Ryan Christie at the second. Sure they'll go with Bodenstaff. So will they go to Bodenstaff? Oh dear, Madola's going to have to tidy that one up. It's still alive though for Whitford inside the circle. Across the face, it's gone in. Well, whether there was a touch or not, I'm not sure that there was. I think that is just gone directly in on the angle. And it will be a goal that will go to the captain, Todd Malloy. So suddenly on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard, it is Wasps 2, Whitford 1. So game on. If ever Whitford needed something to buoy their confidence before the final 5 minutes, that would be, rather the final quarter, sorry. That was it. Rainey. Again, strong from Marmion. Miscontrolled that time though by Ryan Christie. Christie though recovering well, gets the free hit. Still just under 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Wasps clearly trying to push and get that 2-goal advantage back. Bodenstaff. Madolo carries it out of defence, manages to find Ryan Christie. Too many Wasps players there, but in the end that just came off Bainham's knee. So thrown to the air by Farmer, brought down inside the circle, and Gibbs has been deemed to have encroached on that, whereas I felt he just stood his ground. The decision is not going to be reversed. It is another penalty corner to Whitford. So Wasps have to cut that out of their mind. Lyndon Ross makes his way to the baseline. Bodenstaff again, waiting at the first battery. He has Duncan Christie doing the stopping for him. Denver Farmers at the second battery. He has Ryan Christie stopping for him. Wasps taking their time. Meant to be 45 seconds, and I'm sure they'll do it right to the 45th second. So Ross to inject. Goes to the first battery, missed completely by Christie. And De Best, though, has given it straight back to Madolo. So it is a comedy of errors at the moment from both sides. Maybe the nerves getting to everybody. Top of the circle, trying to turn. Very good turn. Good clearance, though, in the end. And now Wasps get the chance to come on the attack. It's 3-on-3. Rainey is there. Robertson waiting for some support. It comes in the shape of Bainham. Bainham now gets close to the circle. That should have maybe let that one run, and a penalty corner. And an apology just coming from Lewis Barrett. He probably should have let that one run for Daniel Rainey. But Wasps now with their third penalty corner. Can they just stretch that lead again, or is it going to be just a 1-goal difference before we go into the final break? Kyle Potter getting the instructions from Ian Bircher, the coach. Potter and Robertson waiting. Brandon Gibbs looking to inject. He's scared the seagull off anyway. So Robertson at the first battery. They go to Potter. Potter takes a touch and was looking for the deflection, I think, from Lewis Barrett. But it was an awkward height and too much pace on it. So nothing gained from that penalty corner for Wasps. That will buoy the confidence of Whitford. Bodenstaff again. Good skills from Denver Farmer. And that is a good pass from Farmer. Stevenson. Short pass into the... Oh, dear me. Such a promising move. And unfortunately, Duncan Christie, an air swing when he really needed to make contact with that one. You just think, if only that had been Matt Christie, he's the cricketer of the two of them, and he would have just treated that as if he was dancing down the wicket. So close, yet so far for Whitford at the moment. Brilliant build-up. So it will be Whitford ball, but not sure whether they're going to get anything forward enough. They've got a free hit, and that is the end of the third quarter. Well, the game really came to light straight after the halftime break. Daniel Rainey adding a second for Wasps, but then Todd Malloy getting a goal back for Whitford from a penalty corner means that we go into the final break. It is Wasps 2, Whitford 1. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. We're about to head into the final quarter of this All Flags Premier League men's game between Wasps and Whitford. And it is Wasps 2, Whitford 1 at the moment. Whitford really taking it to Wasps and could have so easily snatched the lead there. Duncan Christie was played in, but unfortunately for the Whitford club, he had an air swing with just Richardson to beat. It was a difficult one, to be fair. He was running the ball, running away from him, had to hit it on the run. The big question is, can Wasps keep them at bay? Can Whitford find a goal from somewhere? Or will Wasps just lift and steal the game away? Lyndon Ross will pass the ball back to get the final 15 minutes underway. Who's going to come out on top in this one? Medola. Oh, Wasps now looking to push forward. Potter misses that one. The ever-determined Stevenson. And he's going to get the free hit. He found the foot. It was a good advantage played by the umpire there Had Stevenson got it, he would have been away, but he didn't get it under control, so we came back for the free hit. Umpires often get criticised, but to me, that was a good passage of play. And DeBess, again, going to cut infield. Denver Farmer literally just ran across him and blocked his line. And then there can be any complaints there. Good pass to the top of the circle, Robertson. So, green card being issued to Todd Malloy, the captain. Whether that was they had an extra player, I'm not sure. Well, anyway, Whitford are down to 10 for the next 2 minutes. Carried forward by Ryan Christie. Brandon Gibbs coming forward, gets the free hit off Lyndon Ross. Comes wide now. Cudby cuts infield, but pursued all the way by Farmer. Jack Cudby didn't make the Western Australian under-21s this season, and I know the Wasps club were very disappointed. They felt that he should have made the team. Sliding into a tackle is meant to be a yellow card offence, but got away with it that time. Intercepted. Robertson will get the return pass from Rainey. Robertson carries it forward. DeBess is going to have to just check along the baseline. That's a very good tackle again from Bodenstaff. And there was a little bit of afters. And DeBess calling for the ball. There's a little bit of an edge coming to this game, and the umpires are going to need to be right on top of it. Cudby, good pass to Miles Cale. Cale knocks it a long way ahead and just catching the shin pad, so free hit to Wasps just outside the circle. Umpire's happy. Comes back to DeBess again. Be another free hit to Wasps. Looking for a goal to restore their 2-goal cushion. Into the circle to Barrett and Di Sabata. That's a solid clearance. Modolo takes it towards the corner, then plays it over the side. Wasps take it quickly. Looking to get it into the circle. Again, good defence on the edge of the circle by Whitford. That time it was a good block by Ryan Christie. Long corner. Robinson to Cudby. Cudby will have a free hit as that went off the shin pads. Nice turn by Barrett. Barrett advances on goal and coming back. A very good tackle coming in by Marmion. Robinson again, comes wide once more to Cudby. Just didn't get the power and Farmer collects. Stolen away by Kyle Potter. Potter goes square on the right-hand side now to Gibbs. Gibbs into the circle. Gibbs held up. Oh, and that was clever. Finds Potter again. Potter trying to turn off and hit a shot off his back foot. DeBess keeping it alive, but just catching his foot. No argument from the captain. There's been a good spell of pressure by Wasps. There's almost 5 minutes elapsed in this final quarter. Wasps again dropping back to halfway. Modolo just pulls away from Barrett. And the mistrap coming that time from Ryan Christie. Sees possession go back to Wasps. And Whitford again are going to have to battle hard to get possession back. Cale Walsh. And Robinson, they'll just carry it forward. Help down the line. Robertson. Good play in the end by, I think it was Matheson G. That was a very important touch from Austin Pugh. Lyndon Ross carries it forward, running with Miles Cale, will get the free hit. Cale a little bit miffed, I think, as to what that was given against him for, but Carlisle comes forward now. Sam Bodenstaff. Another good pass forward. Comes infield now to Todd Malloy. Malloy looking to get an angle to get the ball into the circle. Has to double back. Good pressure coming. Great tackle coming in as well from Joe Robinson. But they've won the ball back. Lost it again now as Rainey has it. Feeds it to Robertson. There's Barrett rather, and a good breakdown by Bainham. Bainham along the baseline, looking to just knock it past the defender. Gets the free hit. Was impeded by Dale Modolo. Nice turn from Sampson. Stolen back again by Whitford, and they look to try and play it out. Coming across once more is Matheson G, just to break up the counter-attack from Whitford. Approaching the halfway stage of this final quarter. Still this game on a knife edge. Could go either way. Just one goal the difference. Whitford yet to win a game this season. Just the one draw in their opening game against Curtin University. 2-2 that was. The Wasps, as I mentioned, 5 draws so far this season. To go with their 5 wins. Carried forward again by Bainham. Bainham losing out. The ball just left behind, but good recovery by Bainham. Now it's DeBess. Oh, slips it to Rainey, top of the circle. Rainey beats one. Rainey beats the goalkeeper, and that is a 3rd goal for Wasps and a 2nd for Daniel Rainey, and that may well give the match to Wasps. Brilliant skills from Daniel Rainey. Great awareness, though, from Bryn DeBess to feed him at the top of the circle. So on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard, it is now Wasps 3, Whitford's 1, or rather Whitford 1. My apologies. And that may just let Ian Bircher breathe a little bit easier. But certainly Whitford are not going to give up the ghost yet. Another free hit awarded to them just on outside the 23-metre line. Trying to play that forward. It was Robinson who stood in the way as that was played forward by Matthew Christie. I think Christie's saying, did he deliberately break up play? And we'll really have a game on again if Whitford manage to score now. Goes back to Bodenstaff, comes wide now to Modolo. Modolo to Christie, played first time but well read by Potter. Potter advancing on his own over halfway, slips it now to Rainey. Rainey helps it into the path of DeBez. DeBez goes back into the centre of the field. Great pass, slipped away, flicked in, and Rainey gets his hat-trick, and that is an impressive counter-attack from Wasps. Wasps 4, Whitford 1 on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard, and Daniel Rainey with a hat-trick. A remarkable break out of defence, and 2 goals within a minute from Wasps have pretty much put this game to bed. Just can't see Whitford getting 3 in the last 5.5 minutes when they've only scored 8 in 13 games this season. Or rather 9 with the goal they scored today as well. So, Modolo. And again, determination from Stevenson, just getting ahead that time of Cudby. He's a player that never gives up, Matthew Stevenson. Going all the way through, caught Matheson G. So Whitford looking to play on quickly. Ryan Christie, south passes. And into the circle he goes. A wild swing that time coming from Austin Pugh. Austin Pugh, who went to Leeds University where he played hockey. Wasps on the attack again. Lewis Barrett off Sam Bowden's stuff. Stick it goes for a long corner for Wasps. Potter really was instrumental in that counter-attack goal to give Wasps a fourth. Determination coming out again from Stevenson, not wanting to see Wasps have any time on the ball. DeBess, oh dear, he's given that one away, and now chance to break from Denver Farmer, and DeBess, well, he was actually trying to slow down and Farmer just ran across him. I don't think there was anything untoward there. A wise smile on the face of Bryn DeBess. Lovely turn that time. And it was a good pass, but good defence coming from Cudby again. This control, though, from Bainham has seen Whitford back with the ball. And a missed trap on the edge of the circle. Sees that attack come to naught. A little bit of frustration from Angus Blythe, who just hit the turf with his stick. Just over 3 minutes left. Wasps, you feel now, have got this game, and they're just calming things down. Danny Gibbs pushes it to Potter. Strong challenge coming in, but free hit again going Wasps' way. Todd Malloy shaking his head in disbelief that it went against him. Potter trying to steal a good 2 or 3 meters. Throws it to the air. Farmer brings it down. Denver Farmer carries forward again. Miles Cale gives chase. Farmer holds play up. And Farmer gets the foul from Rainey. Whitford pushing players forward. Brought down well, watched all the way by Joe Robinson. Now Jamie Walsh. Jamie thought about throwing that to the far side. Rainey now gets the pass from Potter. Into the circle it goes, deflected out for a long corner. Farmer coming back, trying to do the defensive duties. Potter again, throws it in the air to Rainey. And Modolo penalised for being inside the 5 meters. Looking for the foot, didn't manage to find it. DeBess across the face of goal. Penalty corner, Wasps. Caught the foot in the end. So 4th penalty corner to Wasps. And can they just get a 5th goal now and put the icing on the cake? Should say that Daniel Rainey's last goal was the 250th field goal scored this season in the All Flags Premier League. Brownie Gibbs just strolls down to the baseline. Robertson and Jamie Walsh wait. Walsh at the second battery. It goes to him. And Walsh denied by Di Sabato. And look how quickly Whitfords were back to try and turn that into an attack. But unfortunately, Angus Blythe just letting it slide off his stick and over the side. So we're now in the final minute of this match. Bainham, Matheson G. Farmer tried to go infield. It's going to be played wide now by Bainham. Gibbs trying to square it top of the circle. It'll come to Bainham again. Goes back to Robinson. Robinson glances up at the scoreboard just to see how long's left. He's thinking about drilling it down the middle. Bainham again. G now. Good pass to Robertson, who fires that one into the goal, but there's no touch. And it will be a 16. And this may well be the last play from Whitford in the match today. Madolo drills it down the middle. Good turn from Stevenson, who will have the last touch of the match. But it is a victory for Wasps. They were made to work very hard. Brynda Bez gave them the lead in the 10th minute from a penalty corner. Daniel Rainey stretched that just after half-time to make it 2-0 to Wasps. Todd Malloy, though, responded with a penalty corner, which meant we went into the final break with a scoreline Wasps 2, Whitford 1 rather, and then 2 goals in the final quarter from Daniel Rainey meant that he completed his hat-trick and Wasps completed a victory with a scoreline that reads Wasps 4, Whitford 1 on the All Flags Premier League scoreboard.